So the good folks at Dr Downpipe were kind enough to send me a sample of their exhaust cleaner to test out. I can't think of a system more in need of a clean than Dennis's Toro. A bit of backstory on this system: it's been on my bike for 3 years, and over that time I've used the Harpic method 3 times to try and clean up the exhaust. First time I did it, it worked a miracle. The exhaust looked brand new again, and the subsequent times after that it didn't quite clean them up as well as it did the first time round. And people say that Harpic degrades the steel of your pipes. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the case, and that's part of the reason why I've done the treatment a few times on my exhaust, because I want to see if it actually does degrade over time, and it does seem to do that. So the most recent time that I used Harpic, you can see from this video there's still some crusty areas that just wouldn't clean up. I don't know if that's a combination of the fact that it's brushed steel as opposed to polished, and I think it may well be that the hydrochloric acid in the Harpic has kind of eaten away at the stainless steel as well. So it would be quite interesting to see how well the Dr Downpipe works on a fresh set of downpipes over time, because it seems a lot less harsh than the Harpic. As you can see in the video, I wasn't using gloves, and that was fine. I could apply it and get it all over my hands, and it wasn't eating into them or anything. A big thing with Dr Downpipe as opposed to Harpic is it doesn't leave your bike smelling like a public toilet, which is quite nice, because when you start up your bike and you're riding around for the first few miles, it does smell quite a lot like toilet cleaner, which isn't the greatest, whereas the Dr Downpipe doesn't have any smell at all that I could discern. So that for me is instantly a much better thing. Price wise, this is where you could come into some issues. So Harpic you can probably pick up from a supermarket for £1 or £2. Dr Downpipe is £16.99 I believe, which is quite expensive. In cleaning my downpipes here, I used about 1/5 of the bottle, so I reckon you'd probably get 5 applications out of it if you used it the way I did here. The scouring pad was pretty obliterated after about half an hour of scrubbing, so you probably need a new one of those each time. I did try with a Scotch-Brite pad that I have as well, and that it was equally getting eaten up. So I don't think it's like a branding thing. I think you're just going to need a new scouring pad each time. As you can see here, the exhaust looks a heck of a lot better than it did before I started, but as I explained, there's still some crusty areas that I'm kind of tempted to take a rust wheel to. In summary, I'd say the Dr Downpipe is as effective as Harpic at cleaning. I would definitely like to try it a couple more times over the coming months and see if it degrades downpipes as much as Harpic does. I've got a feeling it's not as harsh as the Harpic, so I'd imagine using it long term, every 6 months or so, just to clean your downpipes up would be a better bet than using Harpic. I might see if I can't wrangle some new downpipes from work and fling them on my bike to give it a go, and come back with another review later on.